out of town tomorrow morning. We are having a minyan here at Shul at 8 o'clock. And we're having a siyum also for the firstborn, 8 o'clock. So hope you can join us. As well, there'll be a mincha ma'ir of minyan at 6:45. So just some thoughts on today and also preparing ourselves for the Seder, for Pesach. Today is a very special day. Today is the 11th of Nisan, which commemorates the anniversary of the birth of the Rebbe 119 years ago. It's a custom from the Baal Shem Tov that every birthday, we not only every birthday, but every day, we say a psalm of Tehillim corresponding to our age. So if a person is, let's say, 30 years old, they will say Psalm 31. They're going into their 31st year. And so they'll say this psalm every day. It's a custom from the Baal Shem Tov. And Chassidim have a custom of saying not only their own psalm, but also the psalm of the Rebbe. Every day we'll connect by saying that psalm. And so today we now begin for the Rebbe, the Psalm 120, which is very interesting. It begins a whole section of Psalms from Psalm 120. It's referred to as the 15 Song of Ascent, Shir Hamalos. In the Beis HaMikdash, the temple, there was several sections in the temple. The main section where all the offerings were brought, that was the one main section. And then there was another section which the Israelites would be able to congregate. And this was called the Ezras Nashim, the courtyard, the women's courtyard. And what separated between the main courtyard from the women's courtyard were 15 steps. And on these 15 steps, the Levites would play instruments and would sing these Song of Ascent. One of the reasons why it's called, referred to as a song of ascent, is that, first of all, you are ascending. And these are the 15 steps. They would sing also this. Interestingly enough, on Sukkot, when they would go and draw the mayim, the water for the Simchas Beis HaSha'eva, they would refer to it as, they would also sing the Song of Ascent. In any case, they would sing and they would play the instruments. And one of the reasons it was called a Song of Ascent is because it would continuously go higher and higher on a very high pitch. But I'd like to review one concept here regarding the Song of Ascent, a relevant concept, and how it's relevant to Pesach in general and the Seder night. These 15 Psalms of Ascent begin, each one, by the way, begins with Shir Hamalot, a song of ascent, or Shir Lamalot, a song to ascend. It begins like this. Shir Hamalos El Hashem, a song of ascent to God. Batzoroso li korosi vayaneni. In my anguish, in my distress, I calls out to God, vayaneni. And you respond to me. And you responded to me. So this is clearly, if we read the rest of the psalm, King David is in a state of distress. He even ends off the entire psalm. Ani shalom. I am peace. V'chi adaber. But whenever I speak, they want war. It's like the irony. All I want is peace. But when I speak about peace, they take it as a sign of weakness, and they want war.
His enemies?
The irony. So King David is in a state of distress. But at the end of the verse, Vayaneni, you respond to me. But the beginning of the psalm, which is even before we hear that God is responding to King David begins with a song of ascent. Song of ascent, plural. There's a wonderful lesson we can learn from this. And that is, why do we sing? Why are we joyous? Why are we happy? Conventionally, we're happy because of circumstances. In fact, that's what happy means. Happy, the English word happy, comes from hap, which is happenstance. So a person has good mazel, a person has good circumstance, happy, you're happy.
You won the lottery.
Baruch Hashem, we're happy.
Good.
The Hebrew word for joy is simcha.
Joy.
And to be in a state of joy is to be bisimcha, in a state of joy.
No word for happiness?
Arizal points out that bisimcha are the same letters as machshava, thought. Joy is not the result of a happenstance, of a good circumstance. It's an ideal. It's a value in itself of being in a state of mind of joy. Not only in a state of mind of joy, but as David HaMelech says here, to sing. And therefore, the challenge is, as the Rebbe writes in Hayom Yom, to be in a state of joy and to have not only faith in God, but as it says in our dollar bill, in God we trust, to have trust in God as if it's already good. In the merit of that, we will have Vayaneni, Hashem will respond to me. And this is something we do at the Seder. The whole Seder night, it's about freedom. That's what the whole Seder is about. And not just commemorating the past freedom, which this year we enter a special year. This year we celebrate 3,333 years from going out of Egypt. Very significant. It's as we say at the very end of the first segment of the Haggadah, in every generation we have to view ourselves as if we personally left Egypt. We have to leave our own Egypt. And we have to leave collectively the general Egypt of transforming the world. So we reminisce the going out of Egypt 33 years ago, 3,333 years ago. But at the same time, we have our eye to the future. And on the anniversary of freedom, and that freedom is transforming the darkness of the world, transforming it into light. That's what the Seder is all about. We're sitting at a time of darkness. Why is this night different? So we transform from night, and we're anticipating day. So here we get to a point where the highlight of the Seder, we're talking about transforming that darkness into light and trying to use the tools of the Seder to get out of our own anguish and our own situation. And we're about to open the door to Eliyahu Hanavi. Nu Eliyahu Hanavi, are you here yet? Have we reached that point yet? Are we there yet? And if God forbid Eliyahu Hanavi is not there, we get to the next segment, which is Halil, and then Nirtza. We could be very devastated and very disappointed after a whole Seder, and after all of us having the matzah and everything that we've observed for so many years. No, it's not here. We're not here yet. We're not there yet. We could be devastated. We don't give up, because at the very end of the Seder, we declare L'Shana Haba B'Yerushalayim. Next year in Jerusalem. So we're not giving up. But now we take out the biggest tool in our arsenal. And that is joy, singing, Hallel. We're not giving up. We are now going to sing. We're now going to be as joyous as if we're going out, as if it's already good. And with that, we should have the merit of L'Shana Haba B'Yerushalayim. So on this day, which commemorates the Rebbe's birthday and the Rebbe's focus, that we should never lose focus and lose sight of our goal of transforming this world, and how every single person, every single Jew, and every single human being has a part in making a difference in this world. Let's make that difference. And let's end off on a joyous note, on a note of singing. And with that, get ready for the Seder. Te yadada yadada hey, yadada yadada hey, yadada yadada hey, yadada yadada ya 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 ya. Ay 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 dadam. Ay 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 dadam. Ay 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 yadada yam. Aha ha yadada yadada ya yadada yadada hey yadada yadada yam. Hey yadada yadada hey yadada yadada yam. Ay 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 dadam. Ay 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 dadam. Ay 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 yadada yam. Have a wonderful day, a joyous day, an uplifting day.